Damola is my name. I've learned a lot over time. And one of the few things I learned is the fact that we should love ourselves as Nigerian people. I also learned that we should avoid hate speeches. And aside that, I also learned that we should be very careful of the things we buy in traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody bought an iPhone 7 in traffic. 15,200. As I speak with you, the guy is not feeling too well. That is the first iPhone I saw with 3 SIM and pin mouth charging port. In a normal iPhone, when you turn it on, you will see an apple that they've eaten small out of it. This particular iPhone, they've eaten the entire apple. They replaced it with a salad. As I speak with you, it's not feeling too well. Somebody bought Damola CD in traffic. He saw Damola on the CD. He bought it. He put it in the CD player in traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, track 1, normal Damola song. If your presence doesn't go with us. It was going normally. Track 2. Gbogbo wa ní gbòòrò tí mọ kí ló wá pùn. Àsopẹ́ ò mọ̀ pọ́pẹ́ oníbòjì nígbà tí gbàgbá tó wá dẹ̀kun kedere. Tọmọdé tàgbà wá ń jẹ dòdò rí wá. Track 3. Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí. Nobody taught him. He stopped buying things in traffic. But aside that, ladies and gentlemen, I tell people this, that one of the major challenges we face as a nation is the problem of electricity. But before I talk about that, there are 2 different categories of animals. We have wild animals and we have what now? Domestic animals. Among the wild animals stay in the bush, Abi. The domestic animals are at home. Part of the domestic animals, they are categorized into 2 different phases. We have the consumables and we have those that they don't consume. Those that they can consume are the likes of fish, chicken, goat. Those that cannot be consumed are pets. It's either you buy them or they give you for free. But it's very deliberate. Each of these animals have their food. Fish have feed. Chicken have feed. Whatever has feed. Dog has feed. Cat has feed. And the likes. But there's one animal. It is a domestic animal. You don't buy it. They don't give you. But it's an integral part of your family. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have rats in your family, there's a major problem. Rats are very terrible animals. You don't buy them, they are a part of the family. There is nothing they don't eat, that's why they behave anyhow. They eat anything, they behave anyhow. A rat can deliberately eat your certificate, to eat your VC signature. If it will eat the first name of your university. If you had a 2-1, it will eat 1, it will remain 2. Rat. It can eat wire that has electricity, nothing will happen to it. If you want to kill it manually with stick, you chase it up and down with stick, you run every skater, you break your windscreen, you break your TV and all your glass plate. That one is not even as bad as you killing it with rat poison. Rats are so terrible, they don't die normally. They have to use human beings drug to kill rats. Indosi. By the time they die, they don't die in obvious places. They die where you cannot see them. They can die inside your suit. They will render your entire house useless. People will ask you, show one, they say, more travel. If you see where they are selling rat poison, if you notice, the person has even started looking like rat. The way they always sell rat poison inside Danfo is inside all these normal buses. You will think they are nice people. Have you observed some people that are unnecessarily nice? Uncle Ewajoko Sibi. Nobody, it's not the conductor, but he cares about you more than yourself. Uncle, come and sit here, feel at home. When you have now reached quarter way of the journey, just hear, Emma Benu Simeno Moto Ye, Lati Abuja Motim Baba, and Nicolo Jetta also say Baba Mosako say Buarico, Silete Kosi, Orishi Ekolowa, Equafinwa, Equalafroa, Equogetaisenwa. Sherry Ogwekuai, Konipa Eco Direct, Equa commit suicide for any. Tebawa Robayamo Paro, and that yes, in rising, top by left for Immortal Ekpemi Basta. Sherry Ogwekui, they will not their shop is always very far. This shop one Badagri Tabiepe 5,000, but in no motor it matter for him matter 15 naira. What is the correlation? You know. Aside that, I love this joke so much. Today is Sunday, and for those of us that went to church, you will agree with me that so many things have changed. Gone are the days that you will go to church in the morning, and by 4 o'clock you are still there. Nowadays, we don't waste time with services. Nowadays, between 8 and 12, you can have 4 services. That is not a problem for Lagos churches. But that's not the best part of it for me. The best part is if you are a first timer, the way they will be recognizing you is different. Before, they will sing for you, shake you on the left, shake you on the right, and everybody is happy. But nowadays, at the end of the service, because you came for the first time, they can give you rice and fried fowl. They can give you chicken and chips because you came for the first time. There was this young man that came from his hometown, and the first church he went to on a Sunday morning, 8 a.m. service. By 9:45, everything was over. At the end of the service, they gave him jollof rice, fried fish, and fried egg. He said, is that how they do it here? He went to another one the following Sunday, 2-hour service. At the end of the service, they gave him jollof rice and fried fowl. He went to another one the following Sunday, 1 hour, 30-minute service. At the end of the service, as a first timer, they gave him shawarma, pizza, fried egg, and fried fish. From that day, ladies and gentlemen, he started becoming a first timer for a living. That was what he was doing professionally. He did not do his research well. He entered the church. 8 a.m. service. He thought business as usual. 9:45, everybody will go home. When it was around 3:30, that was when they just started preaching. When it was around 6:30, they said, if you are a first timer, stand up. Aggressively stood up. They said, follow that sister. She said, you are welcome. This is Brother Timothy. He will talk to you about discipleship. That one talk for 1 hour. This is Sister Stella. She will talk to you about mentorship. That one talk for 1 hour. This is Brother Titus. He will talk to you about stewardship. That one talk for 1 hour. When it was 9:30 p.m., his eyes were red. He had not eaten from his house. The only motivation he had was the takeaway pack he was looking at in front of him. He said at least at the end of everything we'll go with something. Ladies and gentlemen, when it was 10 p.m., he said, thank you very much for coming. They gave him the takeaway pack. It was very heavy. He did not open it. The church is somewhere around Ikorodu. The guy lives around Fadeyi. He trekked from Ikorodu to Ketu. He used Marua to complete the journey. By the time he got home, there was no light. He opened all the window. He sat on the floor. By the time he opened the takeaway pack, ladies and gentlemen, he saw 16 CDs of messages, 24 bulletins of messages. The only edible thing there was 1 tom-tom. From that day, he started attending online services. We don't finish. I should do one birthday later. Okay, I like this generator joke of mine. I tell people that one of the problems we have in Nigeria is the problem of power. Electricity is a challenge. So I tell people that the type of gen you use in your house will determine a lot of things. Use a very big gen. You buy things in bulk. Fuel, 10,000. Engine oil, 5,000. If NEPA should take light, it is not a problem. You will tell your last born that is 2 years old, turn on the gen. That one will use a remote control from inside, and the gen will respond outside. But you see all those small gens, we buy things briefly. Fuel, 300. Engine oil, 15 naira. If NEPA should take light, everybody in the house will hiss at the same time. It's not because there's no fuel, but who wants to pull it? Mommy in the house will say, Daddy, you know there was in labor into your long. Who wants to run this gen? You will now go and call your neighbor. The first thing your neighbor will do is that he will look at the gen, and he will look at you. And he will ask, Ojo will let her last. He will say day before yesterday, he said, don't worry, it will work. He will now do something like this. He will now start asking question. Is there fuel there? You say yes, fuel. When last did you on it? Day before yesterday. And you are sure this thing is working? Yes, it is working. What is water inside? Yes, water is inside. You now just shift to the back. Let breeze blow on it. That is how these gens always behave. You will now start again. Everybody will say, okay, you will just take 5 steps. As you are about to open your door, you just say, Damola is my name.
Ladies and gentlemen.